Welcome back everyone to Outward Platinum walkthrough. In the last episode we have completed our first quest line. We have become the Blue Chamber General, which is the name I gave my build. Sword and mace. It was alright. I didn't do too great with it, but it's solid when you know your way around. Nevertheless, we have also received the Peacemaker Elixir, which I ended up using. So what I did, I went on a little killing spree. I took care of a few unique enemies to get some of their drops to craft some weapons I want to use for this playthrough. And after doing that, I have dropped off all my stuff to Stockpile Thomas. And then I have downloaded my master save file again from the cloud. Then I used the Peacemaker Elixir, and then I have updated my master save file. So whenever I download it now, it has this passive skill, which sets us at 140 max health and stamina and 40 mana by default. So we don't have to use it all over again every time we have finished the quest line. I then went ahead and made up my mind about two builds I want to try out with this run. The first one is the same we have been using for creating the master save file. So, except for the Maelstrom Blade. The Maelstrom Blade is a unique weapon you can craft when you put in a Calixas and a Lad's Relic, a Pearlbird's Courage, and Vandervel's Hospitality. It afflicts confusion on an enemy in 3 hits. So this will be my bread and butter for regular enemies, so I don't have to use my pistols for every single fight, which can get a little bit annoying. Other than that, I'll be using the infused Rondel Dagger and a piece of equipment that boosts my damage, but also provides decent weather protection, weather defense. It may come in handy in the desert. The second build I want to try out in this playthrough, I'm gonna quickly show you. It's just a two-handed tank. I want to use the Kelvin's Great Axe, which can also be crafted with unique items. You need the Elet's Relic, you need Gap's Generosity, you need the Leyline Figment and Scourge's Tear. If the item names confuse you, just make sure you check the wiki, look up the weapons, and you can see which items you need and where you can get them. But the idea behind this build is using the Kelvin's Great Axe passive, which reduces your temperature, to our advantage in the desert while we are running around to take care of hot weather. Let's see how this works out. These two increase my damage, and this is just for some stamina cost reduction because it's a heavy hitter, but it does eat up your stamina. Let's see how it goes. Might change it up. I also went ahead and bought the execution skill from Zaggart. When I use my axe, I want to have this skill to my arsenal. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Maybe I'll change it up entirely again because I'm not satisfied with the result. Let's see. The skill trees I intend to use. I'm not sure if it'll work out how I think it will, but I want to become a wild hunter. I also want to become a rogue engineer and a warrior monk. So let's see how this combination works out. You could also just buy the bow skills and the piercing shot, which is pretty nice because it inflicts extreme bleeding in one shot. But in case enemies are resistant to it, I don't want to depend on it too much. Oh, Survivor's Resilience, Predator Leap, and Feral Strikes. Good. The next will be in Monsoon, so I'm going to make my way over there real quick. Here we are. Few things I want to do every time I'm in Monsoon is check the Caravana and buy some marshmallow jelly.
Greetings, friend.
Okay, he has no poutine for me. I want to stock up on poutine for the final playthrough. You could also go ahead and buy a few more two-handed iron weapons, so you can get your money engine more rolling.
Can I help you?
Yes, you can, my guy. Give me this. Thank you. Also, while I'm here, I'm just going to drop off the ledger.
How can I help you?
No, I don't want to buy
How
it.
can I help you? You've earned this. How can I? You have my thanks.
Good. Now, warrior monk.
Hey there. Hey
I'd
there.
like to talk.
Hey there.
No, just kidding. I want to train. Okay, first I want to have a breakthrough. This is just personal preference. Master of Motion. You can read what it does. You get more increased damage resistances while you have the discipline boon. I don't really think that it will be too useful for me. I usually like to pair Master of Motion with the Cabal, with the Shamanic Resonance from the Cabal Hermit. So to get more synergy out of this, maybe I want to go for Perfect Strike here. This is, on the other hand, Master of Motion is a passive. It doesn't use up one of your quick slots. Perfect Strike, on the other hand, does. But it also inflicts pain. So it might be pretty good with the Maelstrom Blade, which inflicts confusion.
Hey there.
I'll go with Perfect Strike. And I also want to have the Counter Strike. Flash Onslaught is also pretty good, but it has a high cooldown. And it does eat up your Discipline boon. But it does a good amount of damage. So it's just personal preference, whatever you want to choose. Pretty much everything in this game is viable. There's just some skills that have good synergy with one another, but it's just everything works. Good. So we have that done. Then I'm going to see you in the desert real quick. Here we are. I have just rested up so I can get the sleep bonus. Apparently the axe does not sufficiently protect me. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. But we'll make it work eventually. Okay, one zip of water is enough for us. Let's head to Levant then. Okay, on my way I want to try out my pistol dagger maelstrom combination on the scourge enemies next to the Immaculate's camp. So know your way towards that. Yeah, the Heroic Kingdom faction quest. In my opinion, it's it's pretty much the toughest one from the base game. In the desert, many enemies are stronger than in the other base game regions. Of course, the Sorobor Academy is another cup of tea entirely. I think this is the toughest one, but also the most engaging one, at least to me. But Heroic Kingdom requires a little bit of knowledge of what you have to do. Oh no, how could I forget that? Yeah, but we'll make do. We'll make do. Okay, now we have that. Now we could use a needle tea. Tartine is always nice as well. Okay. Let's see. Gun is ready. First I want to see if I can take care of the little ones without having to use my pistol. Yeah. That's awesome. That works well. So let's quickly set up perfect strike over here. Let's see how this goes. Hello. Nice. That's some good damage. I like that a lot. Probably won't even use the Great Axe build I have in mind, and just go ahead with the sword and dagger. There are quite a few craftable pieces of equipment with the unique items that you can get from unique enemies. Unique. Many of them are quite mediocre in my opinion. The Maelstrom Blade is one of the better ones. Usually the things that power up themselves are good. Like Brand, it deals physical and frost, and it also inflicts the hexes pain and chill, which increases physical and frost damage that you deal, or more precisely it reduces the enemy resistance to those damage types. It's quite rare that a weapon inflicts the hex that ups its own damage, but when you have it, might as well make use of it. But first, reload your pistol. Okay. Here we are. Okay, Levant. I will do the usual when I am picking out my faction. I will set up my hobo camp in the major city of that faction, and also the usual stuff for Levant. You want to sell off all your items here that you can, and you also want to make sure that you loot all the junk piles and chests in here. There's quite some good stuff. So, luxury tent. So gather wood, the campfire kits. Next is my plant tent. Okay, that's the first one. And the second one. Now I'm going to buy my rogue engineer skills
Want to buy? Oh boy.
But for that, I need a bit more coin than I have on hand right now. Because I'm a broke dude.
Can I help you? This worries me.
Only 3. Okay. This stock
Listen. Oh boy.
should be a little better. Yeah, I can get 12. That's nice. There you go. Let's drink some water, just for good measure. Now let's head into the slums. Welcome, my guy.
What can I do for you?
Good. Okay, I want to have the feather dodge. I want to have serpent's parry. And I also want to have pleasure plate expertise. Good. The nice thing about pressure plate expertise is that you can fill up your pressure plates after they have exploded once. So with some good timing, you can deal a high amount of damage with those guys. And it's always nice to have high damage. Good. So our preparations are complete so far. In the next episode, we will join the heroic kingdom. We have acquired our skill trees for this playthrough. I thank you all for watching. Off screen, I'll do the Levant looting and the selling with the merchants, so I can rob them of all their money and gold ingots. Always nice. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will see you in the next one. Wind be at your back, my friend.